direct route this year?
Yeah, very happy with that performance, particularly there in the first half. A couple of goals in the first half kind of set us. And you said directly through to the semi. I suppose last year we lost in Camalloch in the first round, and we really had to knock it down from day one. But this year our sole focus is going out to try to win every game and make the route as short as possible. And we're into the semi-final now where we've been kind of most years. So we've 3 weeks of tough training now, and we're looking forward to that again.
I think you're missing 6 or 7 guys who started last year's county final. It probably shows the depth that's in the Piarsaigh right now. That I think your own brothers stepped into the senior ranks of Emma McAvoy. A couple of younger guys, even your goalkeeper has changed as well. It shows the depth that's there, and that's really important, I'm sure, going forward.
Yeah, it is, and those 6 or 7 guys there's no point denying it, they're absolutely huge losses. They're not small names, like they've achieved a lot in the game. But from our point of view, it was just about knocking them down. We've a big squad there. We've lads that are training the last number of years and they're waiting for their chance. And I suppose when one man comes down, the other man steps up, and that's the only choice you have at this moment. And you see my own brother Emmett, Sean Long, Adam Mack, all these guys, they've been in massive games themselves with underage and underage teams at Limerick, so they're well able for this level, and I'm glad it's working out so well so far.
Yeah, and let's get out your own game. I know we didn't see much of it with Limerick this year. I'm sure you're delighted that Limerick won again, but a little bit of frustration. We've seen there what we're capable of when we get the service of ball. Were you frustrated with how things went with Limerick this year, or was it just a case of that's the depth of talent that's there?
Yeah, well, I suppose I had 1 or 2 personal small issues that kind of within training and whatever, but I suppose it was frustrating, those kind of knocks or whatever I got. But I suppose with Limerick again, there's no secret behind the depth of the panel. There's been a number of injuries within there too, and you see lads stepping up and changing positions, no bother. So obviously it's been frustrating the last kind of 2 or 3 years in terms of my participation and involvement with them. But thankfully the injuries I've had haven't been long-term, touch wood, as in I've been able to come back to the club and kind of get going from there. So that's the one positive from it, is that they haven't been kind of 3-4 month injuries. But there has been frustration, but in terms of bringing that to the club, I'm training at the highest level with Paul Connacht and the Limerick setup, and it's just about bringing that to this setup and trying to bring the standards up, which the lads have been doing all year.
Yeah, you seem to be fairly relentless in your pursuit of winning this cup every single year. I know you've fallen short in some years. You did win it last year pretty comprehensively. Just talk to me about the hunger that's still there within the club and within the team, especially because we've seen other teams and other goals. They might win 1 or 2, but these seem to just keep coming back for more. Before that group is still in their mid-20s, there's more to come, you think?
Yeah, well, that's like enough is never enough. Or like last year is done. It's the year before. What we've done in the past is done. Like it's history. And for us, this group of players, like every year we've 1 or 2 new faces coming in. We've 1 or 2 lads injured. The last number of years have always been kind of changes, and it's about bringing lads into a group that are coming into a group that are stone mad to win and make the most of it. And we're trying to create a kind of legacy within our club. 10 or 12 years ago, our club weren't competing at this level, and thankfully the last number of years have been going well. But in terms of us, like you look at the history of other clubs, we're well behind in that category. So for us, it's about doing what we can for our club and getting them as high up the pedestal as we can. And it's no easy tag. You look at the Patrick Swells, the Doones, the Adaires, the Camallochs every year. It's always kind of the last same teams in the last 5-6 years. And it's so hard just to get through the county championship. So we're playing at the highest standard, I suppose, and we just love doing it, every day.